Hello everyone. Before seeing our regular pre-market stuff, I want to talk about HDFC Bank. I touched about this topic lightly in the last Saturday video and how I utilized it for my options trading, etc. But now it's really important for us to understand the fundamentals completely to predict the Nifty movement this week and predominantly next week. Since it can make either Nifty to go above 24,500 or it got the potential to drag it down to 23,500. After that, we'll discuss our regular pre-market stuff. So without delay, let's get started. First of all, just a bit of basics. In the MSCI index, there is an adjustment factor called current factor. If any stock that got the room for foreign investment between 15 to 25% means, then for that stock, the current factor will be 0.5. And if the stock got the room for foreign investment above 25% means, then the current factor will increase to 1, meaning that will immediately double its index weightage factor. Now, coming to the current situation, at the end of last March quarter, HDFC Bank got the foreign investment headroom of 24.95%, which is just 0.05% short for the eligibility of current factor 1. So, at the end of March, the HDFC Bank weightage in MSCI index was based on 0.5 current factor, which equates to 3.89% weightage in MSCI emerging index. Now, by chance, in the last 3 months, if the foreign investors sold approximately just 500 crore rupees worth of HDFC Bank share means, then that will reduce the total foreign holdings from 55.54% to 55.5%, which then will push the HDFC Bank's foreign headroom for investment to about 25%. In this way, will make the HDFC Bank eligible for the current factor 1 and thus it will double the weightage in MSCI Emerging Index to 7.64%. So here some might ask me, so what, that will happen only in August rebalancing, and why I'm telling this now in today's pre-market? To answer that question, as most of us know, HDFC Bank is the largest index heavy weightage in Nifty 50, roughly equal to 11%. So any influence on HDFC Bank obviously will influence the Nifty. That's, I guess, everyone will agree to that. Now, as per Nuvama and Macquarie brokerages, this doubling of HDFC Bank weightage in MSCI index will bring up to 30 to 50,000 crore rupees only into the HDFC Bank stock. And that will potentially will increase the HDFC Bank share price to further 10 to 15% from the last Friday level, and so does its influence on Nifty and Bank Nifty. Now, why I'm telling this in the today's pre-market? On coming 5th July this week, HDFC Bank will be releasing their shareholding pattern. In that, if the foreign shareholding was less than 55.5% means, then that will be huge positive for HDFC Bank, since as I said, that will double the HDFC Bank weightage in the MSCI. However, this information may be only new to retail investors, but it's not new to both FII and DII. Especially Nuvama and Macquarie, both are the foreign institutional investors. Hence, by chance, if foreign shareholding comes above 55.54% means, potentially that will be negative for HDFC Bank. So please be aware of this, and let's wait for the July 5th shareholding data, and it got the potential to make or break HDFC Bank share price. Anyway, now moving to our regular stuff. Last night around 11 a.m. Eastern Time, ISM released the US manufacturing related PMI data. As per analyst prediction, which expects to improve in the June month, on the contrary, the data came as below the expected value 48.5, meaning it's more contraction. And regarding manufacturing employment compared to May month, in June month, it expected to stay as the same. However, that also contracted by 0.7%. Both these macro further increased the probability of US interest rate cut in the September month. So all three US major index closed positive. However, as I said in the week ahead video, today Fed chairman is due to speak in the European Central Bank. Please note here, speech is scheduled in European Central Bank, not in US, at the Indian time around 7 p.m. So US market was little nervous. In the end, Dow Jones up by 0.13%, S&P 500 up by 0.27%, and because of Tesla's China demand increase and sales data, Nasdaq increased 0.81%. In case of VIX, from 12.2 on Thursday, Friday it increased to 12.45. Last night again dropped back to 12.2. Whereas about oil, because of very good Chinese manufacturing PMI data, it increased over 2%. At the time of this video, WTI crude trading around 83.5 US dollars per barrel and Brent crude closed around 86.5 US dollars per barrel. Regarding Indian ADR, both the IT stocks closed positive, whereas both banks closed flat to negative. I mean, in Indian market yesterday, all those 4 ADR related stocks closed significantly positive. So here we can say IT stocks increase, it's just an arbitrage correction, and the bank ADR indicating slight negativity. About GIFT Nifty, at 3 a.m. Indian Standard Time, it closed at 24,263, equating it with the spot market. For now, it's indicating gap up opening of 20 to 40 points. So that's what happened in US market yesterday. Now let's move to the India specific. First, about Reliance Industries. Yesterday night around 8 p.m., Indian government increased the windfall tax on the petroleum products to 6,000 rupees per ton from earlier 3,250 rupees per ton. I mean, nowadays increasing and decreasing of windfall tax every 2 weeks very common. I'm not denying that. But this time the amount that increased seems a little bit very high, from 3,250 rupees per ton to 6,000 rupees per ton. So possibly this will influence the Reliance stock today. Second, after 1 day of mega net buying, FII tenders net sellers, yesterday the net sold for 426 crore rupees, whereas DI was net buyers, the net bought for 3,920 crore rupees. Finally, about monsoon. In the last video, we discussed about this, how much in some part of India the monsoon was deficit. For that, India's meteorological department released the statement that overall in the June month, whole India received 11% less rainfall. However, in the present July month, they said they expect India to have above average rainfall, 106%. I mean, if it happens, this is huge positive since India's inflation and growth depends upon this. As a summary, US market closed mild positive and GIFT Nifty also indicating 30 to 50 points gap up opening. However, this bank's ADR negative close and windfall tax increase, those might influence the market on the negative side. Moving on, as per stock open interest, Bata India, IDFC First Bank, Ashok Leyland and Godrej Properties got an increased open interest along with a negative close, indicates the short build-up. On the other hand, Oracle Finserv, Deepak Nitrite, Sun TV, JK Cement and Maruti Suzuki got an increased open interest with a positive price close, indicating the long build-up. About the things to look out, at 2:30 p.m., Europe's consumer inflation data for June month is scheduled to release and it expects to come 2.5% against the May month value 2.6%. I mean, it's not a massive drop, but okay, inflation is decreasing. And at the same time, Europe's unemployment rate also scheduled to release. Then in the night after the market hours, as I said, Fed chairman is scheduled to speak, and for US, number of job openings available at the end of May is scheduled to release. So these are the some of the important items we need to keep an eye out today. Coming to technical, Nifty opened flat at the day's low. However, as the day progressed, it keeps on increased and closed at around 24,140. Thus, on the daily chart, Nifty formed a reasonable positive candlestick pattern followed by a small negative candle in the previous session. This is a positive indication and suggests that the minor negative sentiment which created on last Friday was nullified. Then the momentum indicators RSI and MACD all showing the positive bias. Still, there is no confirmation of any higher top reversal forming at the high. Hence, we can expect Nifty to move towards 24,400 to 24,500 area in the coming sessions, provided it holds 24,000 as the immediate support and 23,800 as the crucial support. Then, in case of Bank Nifty, it opened 40 points gap up and snapped a 2-day negative close and bounced back, finally ended at around 52,570. Thus, on the daily chart, Bank Nifty formed a bullish candlestick pattern, which is okay, but continued to form the lower tops and lower bottom formation for another session, which is a slight concern. Hence, the immediate support is at 52,500. A decisive fall below 52,500 might trigger a correction. However, if it sustains above 52,500, Bank Nifty might move back towards the higher levels. On the higher end, Bank Nifty might move towards 52,800 slash 53,000 in the short term. As per the weekly options data, the maximum call option open interest was at 25,000 strike, followed by 24,500 and 24,700, with maximum new call option rating at 25,000 strike and then at 24,700 and 24,500. Whereas on the put side, the maximum open interest was at 24,000 strike, followed by 23,000 and 23,500, with maximum new put option rating at 24,000 strike and then at 24,100 and 23,300. Thus, from the options data, 24,500 is the resistance to break and the immediate support is at 24,000. So that's all in this video. Hope you all got some useful information. Please consider subscribing the channel and liking the video so it will help me beat the YouTube algorithm and also motivate me to do more. Please don't make any investment decision based on this, as I'm not a SEBI registered advisor. I'm doing this for me and viewers' education purpose only. Thanks for watching.